Good morning, Soul Family. Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. I don't know why I'm just going through this hot. Maybe somebody feels a little nervous or like jittery, like they're going to do something and it's making their blood pressure rise. But that's how I'm feeling. But anyway, thank you so very much for the likes, the subscribes, the views, shares, the comments, everything. The super thanks, everything. I appreciate everyone. We're going to ring the bell, clear the energy, and see what the messages the Spirit has for us. Told you. Told you. Somebody's kind of nervous. They put a plan into action and they're thinking about it, ready to make that move, and they're nervous. They're a little apprehensive. They're like, oh my God, what if I get caught? What if? But they're going to do it anyway. Bottom of the deck, awakened. Someone understands that what they're doing is they have to do it. It's they are awakened to what they have to do and why they have to do it. It's something about their body, maybe how they used to look at themselves, how they used to view themselves. And they had to release that negative viewpoint that they had of themselves and what they considered their imperfections. Those were not imperfections. Those were perfections. Because no one else has that like you. Perfect. Perfect. So they released something that didn't make them feel good about themselves. And they have then ascended. They're in the process of ascending because they are releasing what doesn't work, what doesn't fit, what is not even theirs in the first place. This person is doing their shadow work and they're coming out on the other side. They're looking at everything that was they allowed to hold them back from abundance. And they're releasing that. They're looking at everything that allowed them that held them back from feeling good about themselves. And this is what they have to release. The grief from that. The grief from thinking that you're all alone. Or you made such a big mistake. How can anybody else, how can God forgive? But you have to release that. It's like when you start over, when you start with a brand new you, everything else that you thought mattered doesn't really matter. The only thing that really matters is how you feel about you, what you're going through, what you want, what you're willing to give up so that you can receive the blessings. They let her go. They let her go. They let go of a lot of grief, a lot of dirty shit that wasn't even theirs. And now they're starting to receive blessings after blessings after blessings because they allowed that stuff to fall to the wayside. They released it. I'm hearing that song. I'm feeling good from my head to my shoes. By Patti LaBelle. Like a new attitude. Bottom of the deck, the Five of Swords. What no longer works? It was that mental confusion. Being allowed, staying trapped. Instead of allowing yourself to see the clarity of it and move forward, you allowed yourself to stay trapped. But now, someone is moving forward. They've released some stuff. They've ascended. They've looked past that grief. They've given themselves that grace. And they realize how blessed they are. They're realizing how blessed they truly are. This King of Cups right here could be a Pisces, because here's the Moon card. But this is someone who's definitely thinking about traveling, who's definitely moving ahead, definitely getting things straight within his or her purpose, his or her life. And the more things that are straightened out, the less grief they feel. Knight of Swords. Someone wants to communicate to someone that they have this committed relationship with, or a higher level of commitment. Or maybe someone is just is happy now because they are communicating with God. They've released what doesn't work, and they're communicating with God, and they are happy for it. They find that God is the one who's helped them to complete those cycles. God is the one who helped them to heal. No one else. Only God. It wasn't the one who lied to them and said, "Oh, I can do it. I can help you do that." It wasn't that person. It was them taking the faith, leaning on faith, realizing that they have to be the first one in line for their rescue mission. Someone has taken some time to realize who you are to them, or who they want you to be to them. Someone has seen how they know now that all the time that you took by yourself, or they've been by themselves, it's so that they could see things better, so that they could appreciate more, so that they could be ready for the blessing when it arrives. Someone has done they've come a whole 180 or 360 or whatever. But with that whole lesson, the lesson was really on them. It was really about loyalty. It was really about your heart space. It was really about who really has your back. It was really about what are you really thankful for, and who are you thankful for? Someone had to go within and look at themselves, look at how they've been acting, what they've been doing, what they've been casting out. Somebody they want to have a new connection with you. They do. They want to have a new connection with you because they see how they looked in the mirror. They looked in the mirror. They did not like what they saw at all. They were shocked and appalled at themselves of what they saw. And they found that they really need to get themselves together, because when I say shocked and appalled, I really mean disgusted. They were absolutely disgusted with how they allowed themselves to conduct themselves towards people. Six of Pentacles. Giving out and receiving. Giving out and receiving. They looked at all that, what they was giving out. They looked at all that. And they had to make a decision. Is that really them? Is that who they want to be known to be? They had to make a straight up decision. Who are you? Who do you want to be known as? What type of person do you want to be known as? Yeah, somebody, they are going in a whole new direction because they swallowed that hard pill of truth. They looked at that big ass pill of truth and they had to swallow that motherfucker. And that was a hard ass pill to swallow. It was. But after they did it, it's like they felt so much better that they did it. And they realized who it was that they needed to leave, what it was that they needed to leave, why they need to leave. Because you can't have everything you want and expect to be happy. You can only have what you need. See, some people think that if I get everything that I want, I'm going to be happy. But that's wrong. You're just going to be greedy. You're just going to be a glutton. You're just going to be lost. You're going to be miserable. You're going to be bored. And you're going to be an evil ass son of a bitch. Nobody will like you. Everybody will hate your motherfucking guts. Because you will have then thought, I get everything I want. I deserve everything. And everybody's going to be like, what you deserve is to go sit the fuck down somewhere. You spoiled brat. That's what everybody's going to think. That's what everybody's going to say. Really? About you. You act like that. See, somebody had to swallow a hard motherfucking pill to say, you know what? My shit really does fucking stink. It stinks worse than everybody else's shit that I've had an opportunity to smell. Because I think my shit don't stink and I'm the worst motherfucker out here. I'm the cruelest. I'm the rudest. I'm the sneakiest. I'm the cunningest. I'm the lionest. I am the worst motherfucker out here. Somebody, they didn't like to look in that mirror. Because whenever they looked at that mirror, it took a whole lot of strength to continue to look in that motherfucking mirror and see the monster that you was and that you may still be. How somebody purposely did things to create struggles, to create imbalance, to create problems in someone else's life. How people had to protect themselves from you. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Somebody is realizing how people had to protect themselves from that goony Google motherfucker. And then they want to walk with their head down like they're looking for pennies on the ground. Pick your head up, motherfucker. You was walking tall, you was sounding loud, and you was acting all strong when you was doing the shit. Now that the shit done came out to the light, pick your motherfucking neck up, bitch. Walk the same way that you walked when you was doing the shit. Now that you got that hard ass pill to swallow and that shit is stretching your motherfucking neck out because you trying to get that bitch down, you're waking up. You're waking up and you're seeing that you was an evil ass motherfucker out here. Someone needed to release some shit. Someone needed to release someone. Someone that they thought was the best person for them to follow, to get advice from, to do this, to lean on, to rely on, to trust. Someone thought this was the best person to fucking trust. And so they did. They trusted this sick, warped son of a bitch motherfucker. We're going to call this sick bitch Richard. We're going to call this sick motherfucker Richard Hudson. That's what we're going to do. They saw how this sick bitch motherfucker didn't do damn thing for him. Led them to absolutely fucking nowhere. Because this sick bitch motherfucker Richard has lost himself. Lost his damn self. Ain't got a fucking pot to piss in. Ain't even got a fucking chin. Shoulders is all small and shit. Ain't got no fucking balls. Because he's a fucking bitch. Trying to lead somebody to what? Shit. Somebody's seeing now that they were led to a shit show. They were led to a pile of shit. They was led to a pasture of shit. Someone thought that they had something better. Someone better. No. They found out where they went. Did nothing grow. Everything was dead. And if it wasn't dead, it was dying. Whether that be the plants, whether that be animals, whether that be insects, whether that be the relationships. Somebody saw that following this sick bastard got them fucked up. Somebody ain't growing shit. Somebody followed an ass wipe and they got fucked up. That's the grief that they're letting go of. That was the pill that they had to swallow. And they took a big cup to swallow that motherfucker right there. Can you imagine this person thinking, I had it all in my hands. It was being offered to me and I fucked it up. Yep. Fucked it up because they was afraid of what somebody else was going to say. They fucked up their life because they was afraid somebody was going to say something negative. Confirmation. They fucked up their life because they thought somebody was going to say something negative about it. Is this like the truth? Is this how people really think? Is this how you really are? Four of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the Five of Rods, and the Knight of Swords. Yes, somebody was too afraid to go out and do their own thing, to be self-sufficient, to be completely independent. They was afraid to do that because they was afraid that they would lose this precious love. They would lose the precious love of these people that was steering them in the wrong fucking direction, only to find out they were steered in the wrong fucking direction anyway. Now they want to leave. Now they're calling for help. Now they need a way out. Now they want to get away. And they will. Because they had to let shit go. They had to really let shit go. They finally had to use their own intuition, their own spirit guides. They finally had to go within and listen to self. And self said to put an end to this bullshit that they was trying to work out. Put an end to it. Especially if they want things to work out in their favor. They have to end it. And I feel that they did. I feel that they did. Because at the bottom we got the Ten of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and the Four of Rods. Like they decided that they were going to go back home. They realized who they need to be with, who their family is, who their support system is, who they work well with. They needed to go back home. Yeah, somebody, they finally learned their lesson. They finally learned that lesson. They finally learned that lesson. All right, y'all, let me get off of here. This was just a quick daily one for this morning, but my stomach is starting to act up, and I got to feed the girl, or else she's going to get louder and louder. I love y'all, and subscribe.